Okay, so currently what I'm trying to do, this multiple inheritance, like one class,
Yeah.
okay, it will uh
Child class.
sorry,
Child class will child method.
right, child class will inherit from two parents.
Yeah.
Okay, so that cannot be done by normal classes and abstract class. Abstract class or the normal class can implement or can extend only one parent. It cannot have more than one parent. So to solve that problem, where let's suppose you can have some any situation where you need to inherit from two parents, right? Like in our all of the examples we saw, like we have animal, only one class animal, and from that we will be extend inheriting new child class like bird and fish were inheriting from animal. But let's suppose that I have one dog breed, bulldog, right? And that bulldog want to inherit from dog class as well as animal class. So that cannot be possible using the normal classes and the abstract classes. So for that we have trait. Okay, with trait we will solve. We are solving the multiple inheritance problem, and also the hybrid inheritance can be solved similarly. How we are solving the multiple inheritance? Here we have one trait, okay, and we can define trait with trait A and trait B. And here we have a method. We can have the abstract method also, that you will define some method which will be inside it. Let's suppose define def C. Okay, if you leave like if you leave like that, then it will ask you to implement the members. Okay, whosoever will extending it, they need to implement the member how we were doing in the abstract class. Now here if you see in this way I can extend to A with B. You have to use the with keyword wherever you will be extending two parents. Okay, and in this example I have defined overriding the A. Okay, I'm overriding A, and I have given super B dot A. And why we have giving super B dot A? Because we have def A in both of the classes, and which one we are extending. So just to tell that program that which one I'm trying to extend the trait B method. So for that I have given super B dot A. Okay, so yesterday we tried to run it, and I remember it was giving some issue. Okay, it gave some issue. The reason being we have not yet overridden define def B. See, actually we have in both of the classes we have with this name B and def B. So that's why it is complaining that uh,
Method be both traits.
yeah. So yeah, method B in trait A of type string and method B in trait B of type string. So for that it is complaining about the method B. Either we can solve it either by changing the name. Think if we change the name also, it will work. See, by changing the name also it will work. And if you don't want to change name, then you have to override it. Similarly to how we have overwritten super. See, this is the syntax which you have to remember. That dot B. Okay, now it won't complain. The syntax is super trait name dot method name. See, now it printed this x dot a, this one, and it I am in trait B. So it go to here. Super dot B will take us here, and dot A will take us here. So that's why we can see this print message. If we want, we can print x dot B also. Then x dot B will print the A dot B, this one. B, I am in trait B. Okay, this is a wrong message, right? These both are similar. It is in trait A. So B, I am in trait A. Okay, is it clear how you will be extending two things?
Yeah. Just one summary, please.
Sure. See, in the normal classes and all, which we have seen yesterday, right? Like where we have class animal. Okay, abstract class. Let's just give the example of abstract class animal. Okay, and there we have different method, right? Like sound. And let's suppose that I have one method which is sleep. Okay, and I leave it like this. And I am extending some class. How other class can extend it? Other class can extend or inherit it using the keyword extend. So class, let's suppose I have dog. Okay, and in the class dog is extending animal. Now what we have to do, we have to implement this method, right? Because this is abstract. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So we have to implement it. So let's just implement it. And if I want another methods, like here I can have my own implementation also, right?
Yes.
Can have our own method. Let's suppose that dog uh, def bark. Okay, and we can give where dog is barking. Let's suppose that I have one more thing. Okay, override uh, and do one thing. I have let me add. I have one more class. It is complaining. Class bulldog. Okay, let's suppose that we have one breed of dog. And what I want, that in this bulldog I want to inherit from both of the is for his bulldog, class dog is also parent. Okay, and maybe it need to inherit some of the property, some of the methods from animal. Okay, then in that case what I can do, I can extend dog. And I also want that I should extend
Extend animal.
animal also. Okay, but if you see, this will give you error, because in the normal class or the abstract class, you can abstract only one parent class. You cannot abstract two parent class.
Yes.
Okay, so you can have the situations where you want to extract more than one parent, right? Inherit more than one parent,
Yes.
right? So for that situations, to solve those problem, we have this trait. Okay,
Okay.
using the abstract and using the normal class, you can extend to one up to one parent class or the super class. Either we call it parent class or we call it super class. Both means parent class only. Okay, so I can extend only one parent class. But if I have any situation where I want to extend more than two parent class or more than one parent class, it may be two, three, or four, anything. In that case, I will be using trait.
Okay.
Okay, and then in that, and there I will be using tray extend A, and then after that with B, with C, with D, whatever we want.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Extends A with B, A with C, like that. If
right, yeah.
means
If we have something else, we will write here.
okay. Okay. Okay.
So this is just the problem or to solve where I need more than two extend more than two parent classes.
Okay.
Let's just see the slides. We have something there to look at. Can you just read it and let me know? I think we covered most of the thing here.
Traits are for defining a behavior or capability that can be mixed into any
Any
class.
classes, right?
Yes.
We can
They
have
are
a mix of the classes.
okay.
Right? A class can extend single, but can mix in multiple traits with extend and with keyword. This
Simple
we saw, right?
keywords. Yes.
And a trait is
This is
reusable unit of behavior that
behavior
class
that
and object
varies
can extend.
essentially exchange.
And one more thing, trait can contain abstract member and concrete implementation. This also we saw, right?
Yes. Abstract members.
Abstract members means either abstract method or abstract variable.
Yes.
Where you don't,
Concrete.
concrete means where you have implementation.
Okay.
Okay, and a class can extend multiple traits, mixing, enabling composition over inheritance. And then trait cannot, okay, well, this thing, trait cannot be instantiated directly. Okay, and don't take constructor parameter. This is one important thing, because in other classes and all, we can pass the um, instantiate it, and we can create constructor parameter also, right? So instantiate means creating the instance. Okay, how we are creating the other classes instance, like class A equal to val A equal to new animal, right? Like that we created the instances of animal class. So you cannot do that with trait.
Okay.
So this is a difference between trait and abstract. Okay, generally this is the interview question we people will generally ask, what is the difference between trait and abstract class when we can use one. Okay, so it has all those things whatever we have mentioned, but I have added it just so that you can take a look.
Sure.
Now let's just come to the final keyword. We will look at it the some of the example. Okay, we will be using the final keyword. If you use final keyword, right, in front of any class or any method or any variable, you cannot override it. Means you cannot override into the other class.
Okay.
Okay, and this is very simple. It just I have mentioned many things here, but the main crux of this is, if you have anything which is final, you cannot override into the next any of the child class. Either be it the variable, be it the methods or anything. Here,
Okay.
final prevent overriding or inheritance at the point it is applied. Okay, subclass, if you see last line here, subclasses cannot override the method, classes cannot be subclassed. If you make any class as a private, it cannot be as subclass. Let's just look at some of the examples. Okay, and then we look at the implicits. First, I will show you the implicits examples. Okay, and then we will come again to this topic. Okay, for this theory. Let's just create one parent class. And this parent has val, and how we will extend the parent class, how child can extend child class name, and then extend keyword, and then
Yeah.
parent. Inside this, let's just do the fewer easy thing. I want to override val a to 33, and I want to override val b to 22. Now let's just make it final and see what is happening. See, it started complaining, right?
Yeah.
Value A cannot be override final member.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can have, or you can have some method here. Let's suppose if uh, in the parent, let's just write anything some. Okay, let it override this also. I will give my own implementation, A into 2 plus B into 2. Okay, this is my implementation. But if I make it final, this will complete. Okay, so if you have any method, any variable, if you don't want that, in no one should change it, no one can implement it. You just make it final.
Okay.
Okay, and on top of that, it can be implemented on variable. It can be final can be used with variable, final can be used with method, and final can use with class also. You cannot extend it. If you want that no one can extend your one of your classes, then also that you can do.
So if we give final in the class, then we can't extend it. We cannot use in the child class.
No, we cannot extend it to child class. Here, if I make the parent class, if I have the some requirement that I don't want the class anyone can extend, then I will make the class as final. If I don't have that requirement, if I have something like any method, few methods which I want final, no one can use it in other places or extend it or override it. In that case, I will make that method as final. Or if the in case I need that variable, then I will make that variable as final.
Okay.
Let's suppose that you have some vehicle, right? And in the vehicle class, what you want is like, uh, I have a start, okay, some car start feature, okay, and what you want is that it should be a starting car, okay. This is something which you have won, and you don't want this to be overridden in other method, okay. Just want into only one class, and this can be started from only one place, not any other place. So I can make it final. Now no one can use it, no one can make any changes to it. It can be only used with the instance of the vehicle class. this,
Okay.
this is the use case. We are good with final. There is nothing to know much in final, just these three things. Now let's just move to the implicits. Okay, in the implicits, what happened? Let me just take one example first, then I will explain you what is happening in implicits. So I have one example of the greet, okay, where you will have name and then string as a parameter. And here what I'm doing, I'm passing one more parameter, okay, and this parameter is, I can pass method as parameter, right? Uh, I don't. Okay, I think we have covered this into the method when we were learning functions and all, that we can pass functions as the parameter also. I want you to look at that.
Functions.
So let's suppose this is greeting, and here I have dollar name. Name will come from here, greeting will come from here. Now I will make it implicit. Okay, I'm passing here two things. Here I'm not passing parameter as the function. I'm passing normal string. Okay, so this is greet method. Let me take it instead of here. Let me go to the worksheet, because if I run it here, I have to create classes and then
Yeah.
main method and all to run it. That's why I move it here. Okay, now I defined with the implicit keyword. This is the thing which I have make change here. Now I have one more thing, implicit val. Okay, and let's just give it name default greeting, and this is also a string, and this is hello. Okay, and now let's just call it. How we'll call the function? We'll call the function by passing the name, and then we will pass the parameter. Parameter will be, let's just give the name of the anything. Let's just give ABC. Okay. Now I don't pass this parameter. Okay, I'm not passing. I'm just passing this. Let's just see what will happen here. Can you see it's printed hello ABC?
Yeah.
It printed hello ABC. How it got this parameter? I have not passed, right? Though I have given one parameter to be passed, but I have not. Let me just remove the implicit and see what will happen. Can you see missing argument list for method greet? Okay, why? Because I have asked that I will pass you two parameter, two argument, but I have passed only one. Let's just see. Right here, hello. Okay, is it completed? Let me just make the changes. Okay, 3E and 3L in hello. Okay, see. Now here I have passed the two parameter. Now it is not complaining because it need two parameter. But so Scala give you one feature. Okay, like what you can do if you method if anything as implicit. Okay, in that case, what it will do, it will search, do I have anything implicit defined in my class and whose parameter return type is string. Okay, and it will automatically take it from there. So in this case, if you see, hello ABC, it took, right? I have not passed any parameter here. I have just make it implicits. As soon as I make it implicits, it will search in my class, do have anything with the implicits where return type is string.
Okay.
Okay, and then it will automatically take that from there. The second parameter will be taken that from there. So in this case, the second parameter in the class, what will show, okay, I have one implicit variable, default greeting, where string type return type is string. So let me just take it hello. So it took the hello from here and then it ran it.
Okay.
Okay, and if you make it integer, and let's just make it 1 2 3, so it will start giving error, no implicit parameter found. Okay, now here I have two parameter here. Okay, if I make this int, it will take this parameter. Now it will look at the return type. Here I have string, here I have integer, and in my implicit it is return, it has let's just see if it ran or not. Okay, it completed 1 2 3 ABC, right? uh, in this implicit, my return type is integer. In this parameter I have passed the integer value, so it will look at that which implicit has the integer, so it will take it from there. Is it clear,
Yeah. Yeah.
or do you have any doubt?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Let me just see if I have anything more for the implicit. So similarly way, how we have this one, right? Variable, we have method also. Okay, you can add some of the method. Let me just show you one more example. Girl class int. One is even, one is odd. And let me make a square of it. Square int equal to n plus. Now let me call this. This is the implicit class I have created. Okay. How I will call this? Why it gave is odd as false? Can you tell me why this is odd has given false here?
These odd is false, actually.
Why it is false?
Same.
But 5 is odd, right?
Yeah, actually. Two. One actually. 5 percentile 2 is 1, so that's the reason I gave. But not equal to 0.
Yeah, it should be not equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
No, is odd, right, if it's not equal to 0. See, we have got true, and 9. See, actually, this implicit class, okay, this will create here what I have done here. Okay, I have created a wrapper of it. This we call as the Scala special Scala syntax. Okay, implicit class is the here we have used the instead of class. Okay, let's suppose if I don't use the class here, how I can call it? Can you tell me?
If you don't use class.
I want to call this method. How I will do that?
Instance.
How? Tell me. Or just do that.
New.
I have given you the previous one, right?
Yeah,
Or
you have previous one.
final one I gave?
Trait one you have given. Trait.
Oh, final I missed to give you. Let me just see if it is here. Okay, I think I lost that final one.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Take this is the final one. Now I am giving you this. Tell me how you will run this or execute this. Can you just take and write it?
Yeah.
So maybe you can write it on worksheet also. That will also work.
We should use instance or
What do you think? What you shall use? Try. Whatever you think we can use, try that if it is working or not.
we should use instance only or
Or what do you think? What are the other option?
other option would be we need to pass int helper dot n values.
Why we need to pass int helper dot n values? I ask you that if I have this class, how you will call this value, these methods. That's what my question is, right?
Yes.
So why we need that? What you are telling?
Okay.
How you are trying this?
I mean, just we need to int. Actually, I did not write, but
Can we call it like this by creating a new instance?
if we give one, that one will be called by all the three methods.
It will. I created one instance A, right? And
Yeah.
here, whatever the method I will call, either A or is even, is or anything, whatever call that will be called only on one, right? Here I have given you 4, so I can make it here 4, and I can call this one is even. Here I have given 5, so let me make it 5. Okay, and after that I have here 3, so here 3. Let's just run it. Gave you right boolean true int 9. That the same result we have got when we make it implicit. So the thing is, now I am calling it like this by creating an instance and all. But let's suppose that if I want to call directly, I will make it implicit and this will work. Now, what is difference between these two? Here I have created instance, here I am not creating an instance and all. See, implicit will help you to create any helper. Okay, let me just show you an example. This is 5, right? 5 dot, you can make it 2 string, 2 int, 2 card. These are the inbuilt method which is given, right? This whatever you are seeing, right? 2 int, 2 byte, 2 card, 2 float, 2 string. These are all given by default. It was given by the Scala. Okay, and if you run it, see it converted into the string. Okay, so these all methods have been given by the Scala. Whichever the methods is given, you can directly implement it. So in the list also we have seen, right? Whenever we have that list, when we were in the list, if you have something like this, if you want to do anything, you can directly use on top of it. Okay, to string, map, drop, all those things. Okay, but similarly, if you want something, okay, to make any changes to the existing in any helper class you need. Okay, if you need to modify any existing internal methods whatever they have provided, okay, for that you can use the implicit. Okay, and you can define your class with the keyword implicit, and you can use it on top of just the number or string, anything wherever you want. So basically I would say the difference between calling those two is if you define it implicit, and you can call it like this way without creating an instance. You can directly give the number and call the methods whatever you have defined in the implicit. So how this will understand, because when you make any uh, class as implicit, okay, this will automatically be into the compiler. Okay, and compiler know from beforehand that we have an int helper, a class which is implicit, and I can directly call it without creating any instance on it.
Okay.
Does it make sense? See, in the another example which where I have shared you, it will automatically, this one, let me just copy from your chat. This one here, I make it implicit and I defined it. Then a Scala compiler will see, while compiling it, keep all those things. Compiler will look at all those things, right? And once it see that I have something with implicit, it will keep in, you can think like it is keeping it into the memory. Okay, and directly it will use it wherever you call it. Where let's suppose that in this scenario I have given it implicit greeting int, so it will check that where is the anything implicit have I have where the return type is int, then it is using this from here, right? Similarly, if you have defined anything as the method or in under the implicit class, you can directly call it use like this. If you are not defining like this, then you have to create the instance of it and then you can call it. Is that okay, or you want me
Yeah,
to?
yeah. Yeah, that should be.
Okay. So these are few things from implicit. Okay. Now let's just move.
Can I get this one?
Sorry.
Just pay this one in the chat.
Okay. Now let's just we have one thing, and then we are completing this. Okay. We have the implicit classes, implicit okay, implicit conversion. I have not taken any example where you can convert one data type to another. Okay, I want you to look at this by yourself. Okay, implicit parameter we saw, implicit classes we saw. This is one more thing, implicit conversion. I want you to look at it. How we can do the implicit conversion from one data type to another.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, with after this, see in the implicit are the powerful Scala feature that allow the compiler to automatically provide a value conversion or context to your code. Okay, so compiler will automatically provide these things. And there are three type of implicits: parameter, conversion, and classes. We look at two classes as well as the implicit parameter. One is implicit conversion. I wanted to look at it. Another things, we have this class type hierarchy. Okay, see in this we read about string, we read about boolean, float, double. Then we look at the list, sequence. Okay, in the iterable we have list, vector, all those things. Okay, then we have string, Java classes, Scala classes, and all those things. We have
Yes.
looked at all those things. Means most of the thing, not all. Sort, byte, int, sort, byte we have not looked at. Char we have not looked at. Unit, boolean, double, float, long, int, long maybe not looked at, but double, int, and all those things we have looked at. Some of the examples, right, in the data type. And similarly, we looked at the list, string. Now, so what is this? Okay, what is this hierarchy? So actually in the Java, in the Scala, you have on the top of the data type hierarchy is any. Okay, and in that you have any val, any ref. Okay, let me just give you one example, then you will understand what is any. Okay, let me just give you one example of list. Let's just take val list. Okay, and do you remember how we are inserting the data type in it like this? Okay, and let's just one more list string. In this I will put A, B, and C. Can you see here it return the list of integer and list of string, right?
Yeah.
Why? Why it has returned list of integer and list of string?
We have given.
Correct, because we have given like that, right? That you return the string and you return the integer. Now, Let me just take one. Now, if I give like this 1, 0, and let me just give double also 1.1.4. Now tell me what do you expect? What will come? Like we have seen list integer, list string. What do you see? What do you expect here? What should come?
List of the 1b 1.4.
No, that I understand. But what will be the type? Like how we have list of int as type, right? List of string as type.
Any type.
Why any?
Int, string, float are there actually.
We got as any, right? The reason being we have, if you see, right, double is here, correct? Int is here.
Yeah.
So and string is here,
Yes.
correct? When I passed only int, okay, long int, okay, if I pass only int it will give me int. If I pass long and int, maybe it will return any val. Okay, but I have passed some of any val, some of the any reference. So what is the top hierarchy of both of this? Any, right?
Mm.
That's why I return any. Let's just try with this float and both the float and long, and let's see what it is returning. Okay, it returned double because it understand everything is double. If I give true, see it return anywhere, right? Because for the boolean and
Top.
integer and double, we have any val as the top.
Top. Okay.
See, if we see here, we have boolean this side, okay, and int and long this side, int and double this side. So for these two, what is the top? Any val.
Okay.
That's why it return any val. If we give something from any val and something from any rep, then it will return any. So see, this is the hierarchy. Okay, this is the Scala type hierarchy.
Okay.
Just read it once. Okay, just try to understand what is mentioned here. It is just then I will explain you what the hierarchy is.
Entire hierarchy is rooted into single superclass called
Right.
any.
That
Yeah.
we saw, right? Entire
Okay.
hierarchy we have. And for this hierarchy, double, float, long, int, this is rooted to any val. Like unit, boolean, char, these all are rooted to any val. If you pass mix of these two, okay, maybe something char, something boolean, then it will go take you to the any val. See, actually, if you pass mix of things, right, accordingly it will check that what return shall I, what shall be my return. Okay,
Mm.
I can have any val string. Okay, let's just look at it. What I have here, string as well as the any ref. For the any ref, I should pass list and string. Let's just try that. I hope it will give. So for that list, how we can do uh, list and string, right? So make one string ABC and let's just make it list and see. I'm expecting that it should return any val, any ref. Okay, now it returns some IO serializer. Any ref Java object. We pass string, we pass list, and it is not returning any ref. It is some doing some serialization of it do the serialization when it need to send this thing over the network. Or okay, maybe you are not aware of the serialization. Whenever we send data over the network, right? Let's suppose you have the in the DB you have data, you read it and you send it to some of the your cluster. Like you have application running on some cluster and you have database running on some other cluster. Whenever you send the data from database to the your application, you serialize it, and then on the other side you deserialize it. Means from the DB you serialize the data, send over the network. Once the application read it, it will deserialize it. What is the why we deserialize and deserialize it? Because serialization, after serialization you can send the data over the network faster.
Okay.
But I want you to read about the serialization and deserialization. That is a one good thing. Okay, I think with this we end it. Okay, Next, we have just the any val and any ref, all the explanation only. Okay, and also we have this nothing and null at the bottom. Okay, this is the nothing and null at the bottom of all the things. When you like, if you don't want to pass anything, nothing is at the bottom, right? You can see the nothing
Yes.
is at the bottom. So let's suppose that I want to create one list, right? I can create it with nothing. So if you want to create any empty, this one, I'm not sure if I have to Google it, how we can pass. But if you want to create any empty list or anything, right, you can just pass the nothing there.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is the correct nothing, but we pass something like this. From this, you have to import one, but I'm not sure which cell I import. Scala reflect. That I have to check even. But this is the way. If you pass as the nothing here, it will create the empty list.
Okay.
Okay. These are the few things. Maybe you read more about the null and wait. See here I have null. Okay, but here I don't have null. So if you try to write val int equal to null, it won't work. Okay. If you see,
Okay.
right, if you try to
Mm.
write where val int equal to null in this case in the Scala, it won't work. I want you to try that. Okay, try val null while a equal to null. While a if you try val a equal to null, then and if you try to assign it to integer, it won't work. But if you try to assign it to in string, it will work. Right? Hope you understand why it will work for
Oh,
integer string, not for integer.
yeah.
Right?
Val int equal to.
If I take val a int equal to null, it won't work because null is only the lower subtype of these values where I have string, Java
Mm.
classes, Scala classes, and all those things.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I am sharing this with you. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
if you have any doubts or anything, you can come with that. And from tomorrow, we will be starting the uh, Spark. Okay, and now most of the things will be the hands-on. So in between, I will tell you about the optimizations and all.